Wagwan, welcome back to another trade recap for gold. Took 2 longs today. This was the first and this was the second. We're going to get straight into it today, but we're just going to continue first off from yesterday. So yesterday we were on the 15. We were down at these levels around about this time, according to touch this before a reversal. You can go and check yesterday's recap to see that. That's exactly what we got. First one wicked here, second one just a bit higher into that zone a bit more. But we were waiting for our trading time to open, which was this candle here, the 5 AM open. And our idea here, let's go to the Discord. So yeah, our idea here was for gold, we're waiting for the 5 o'clock candle to open, and then we want to either see the sell side liquidity here being taken, that would be the best option, or if not, then we want to see this green line here be taken. So as soon as the price actually opened on the chart, you can see here, price opened and just displaced below that low. And now after that displacement, we see that took out loads of relative equal lows here, these lows, and also these lows. We started reaching a bit lower, I didn't quite take out here, but that's just generating liquidity anyway. So when that happened, I started to frame a reversal, knowing the usual strategy anyway of taking the highs and lows and taking an entry towards 50%. I tried to do that. As you can see, we just created relative equal highs here, but we'll go to the 1 minute and show you why I got the entry that I did. So just using that bias there, I was able to frame a time frame using the 1 minute and the 3 minute slightly. So the main bit on the 1 minute was just the usual stuff, to be honest. We've got, I believe it was that breaker there, then we respected that fair value gap. However, I didn't take that entry straight away. As soon as I saw that happening, breaking above it, starting creating structure, I then went to the 3, had a look at the 3, so how that was looking, and using the 3, that's the wrong day, using the 3 just here, you can see as this low was created, it also created this bullish breaker. So I used that as soon as we broke it. I put a trigger at the top of that and SL below and aim for the 50%. We got a decent push off the start, but then by the time I got here, I'd accidentally, see on this trade here, I'd taken my whole position out there and then re-entered about here-ish where this black line is, which actually made it so when I hit the SL entry, I actually made some money still. But we did see up to a just over 3 risk to reward, so it could have been worth taking. But my first target at least was these highs. I'm really surprised we didn't take these highs. But yeah, we created these relative equal highs, which we used as a drawn liquidity later down the line. So that was the first trade for a plus 0.5R. And moving on to the second trade down here. So this second trade was very interesting. If I just zoom out here a bit more, get rid of some of these lines that we don't necessarily need, and draw this from the high to the low, we can see the resting liquidity here is this area. So in my opinion, with price still needing to rebalance that area and go to that 50%, and the fact we've taken liquidity here, I was able to frame a reversal back up to that area for the short term drawn liquidity. Obviously still long term I'm aiming here. We haven't taken it and it's quite surprising, but I think maybe a quick drop down here before maybe a pump up. So going into that entry here, we can see we've got that breaker, and just inside that breaker we've got this fair value gap. So I did put my entry at the top of the breaker for this one because the fair value gap, by the time I'd seen it, I'd actually missed this first candle. I'd assume that if we were going to come to this area, it'd be to the breaker at least. So that's exactly what we did, and pumped up from there. Target towards these highs. I was tempted to target towards the 50% and this drawn liquidity, but I've always taken a loss today in a 4.76 trade. It wasn't a bad idea, but it could have been a 5.6. It's slightly annoying, but 4.6, I'll take it any day of the week. So there's a 4.76 plus a 0.5 R in that trade, so that's 2 trades today. Apart from that, nothing else has been happening. BTC, as expected this morning, continued going up. So when I was looking at the chart, it'll be 4 AM on this. I'm in UK time. So here we're saying we expect price to come up, so we're not going to take a short trade. That's exactly what it did. So yeah, it's been alright. Nice day. I'll take it, and I'll come back tomorrow. See you.